Modern infrastructure, developed industry, minimal crime rates, and European wages. This is modern Poland after 15 years of membership in the European Union. The country joined the EU on May 1, 2004, after 12 years of preparation and reforms.
During this time, when I spoke with leaders of the West, they all said, "You need to do your homework," and I felt like a student.
Poland first declared its desire to become a member of the EU in 1991. In December, the European Agreement, an analogue of the modern Association Agreement, was signed with the European Union. And after 3 years, in 1994, the country applied for membership. After breaking away from the socialist bloc, the country's economy was in critical condition. The GDP decreased to -7%, inflation skyrocketed past 70%, and the unemployment rates were more than 12%. Businesses were the main opponents to change.
At the time, the main opponents for our entry to the EU were farmers, people working in villages and in agriculture. They said that it would be terrifying, since European products would flood our market. Polish people will not produce anything. And what happened? Everything turned out the other way around. Now Poland is one of the main exporters of agricultural products to Europe.
Czy były opory? Były. Polska była zdominowana przez...
Was there opposition to EU membership? Yes, there was. In Poland, large enterprises dominated metallurgy, mining, and energy, as in Ukraine today. Drastic changes could bring about the bankruptcy of large, unprofitable enterprises. But life, 15 years later, proved that this path was the right one.
Over 15 years, wages increased by almost 50%. Unemployment went down by 6%. Poland paid 56 billion euros to the EU budget and received 110 billion in financial assistance. In 2003, European integration was supported by 77.5% of Poles. Today, a record 91% of Poles support EU membership.
It must be said that since the end of the 90s and our accession to the EU, Poland's economy has had the highest growth indicators in Europe. From 2004 to 2017, the average GDP growth was 4%. Poland was the only country that did not experience the recession and financial crisis.
Thanks to reforms in EU support, Poland, according to the International Monetary Fund, has become the 10th largest economy in Europe and the 23rd in the world. Today, the country is a large exporter of agricultural products, one of the leaders in the EU in terms of foreign investment. And Donald Tusk, the Prime Minister of Poland from 2007 to 2014, is one of the EU's leaders, the President of the European Council.
I believe that the story of our EU membership is a success story, and I would wish Ukraine to experience the same.
An agreement on partnership and cooperation between the European Union and Ukraine was signed back in 1994. It was the first joint document that stated Ukraine's desire to become a member of the Union. Its updated version, the Association Agreement, was signed in 2014, at the height of hostilities in the east of the country and after the annexation of the Crimea. This agreement was ratified in 2017. Since the beginning of this year, the strategic course toward Euro-Atlantic integration was enshrined in Ukraine's constitution. Reported by Angela Leszko, UATV.